scenario just to think about how we might step in. What could we say? What could we do? So let's say you are walking around, right? And you overhear a group of attendees loudly commenting about a woman's body. Okay, making kind of rude, kind of crude comments to her, that kind of thing. She seems to ignore them at first, but then looks uncomfortable and moves away from them. One person in this group, however, says that maybe they should follow her, and other people in the group start to encourage the idea. First of all, does this sound like a good idea? Does this sound like a good situation? No, probably not. Okay, so we recognize this is not a good situation. So what can we do? Is there anything we could do? I like that, right? So, even though she walked away, walking over to her and just asking her if she's okay, right? And letting her know, like, hey, are you okay? Letting her know that, like, event staff is around in case she does need to grab somebody, talk to somebody, that kind of thing. I think that's really great. Absolutely. Okay? What else can we do?
Motivate them to go the other direction.
Absolutely, right? Is there, can we step over and ask them? We don't even have to address this situation. It could just be like, hey, have you all tried, this brewery over here, right? She's going that way. Have you tried this? Have you gone over that way, right? Getting them moving in a different direction, right? Could just be asking them, hey, how we doing? Everybody having a good time, right? We're delaying them from following along because we're engaging them in a conversation. Absolutely, right? Changes thought process, changes the idea that sounded so good a second ago, right? Absolutely, right? It could just be something as simple as, they're all there thinking this is a great idea, right? I distinctly remember somebody in this group last year had the best comment who said that they would just say, how about no? Right? How about no? Right? And we're just going to put that out there that that's a bad idea, right? Sometimes that group might just need to hear another voice to say, no, not a good idea, right? But we can handle that situation, and it's important to handle that because if nobody does anything, could that turn out really badly? Yes, that situation could turn out very badly, right? And, we don't want that to happen for her. We certainly don't want that to happen for them. We also don't want anything like that to happen at an event where people are coming to have a good time, okay? So just thinking about, how you can step in a simple way. Like I said, nobody needs to be a hero, but really kind of just paying attention to how we can step up, okay? Now, in that process of potentially asking that young lady if she's okay, or asking somebody, that's in distress, if they need help, that kind of thing, somebody might disclose something to you. They might disclose that they're being harassed, that somebody's following them. They might disclose that they're in some sort of distress. Maybe they need it's hot. Maybe they need some sort of medical attention, right? Maybe they haven't had any water and they're really feeling some effects and they need some water. Whatever the disclosure is, we want to make sure that we can listen and handle that disclosure, right? Because in that moment, you look like a safe person, with that event staff shirt on. And so you need to make sure that you can handle that person's disclosure. The most important thing that I can tell you to do in that moment is to just believe that person, listen to them, believe them. That's it, okay? In that moment, you are not the police. You are not playing junior detective. You are not doing any of those things to figure out, is this legal? Is this illegal? Did this really happen? That's not your job in the moment. Your job in that moment is to listen to that person and support them, okay? So really make sure that we are just listening, believing them, right? If they need something in the moment, you can provide that. Certainly making sure that we can provide that for them. If we need to connect them with some other kind of resource, right? So is that connecting somebody with other senior staff, right? Is there a need to contact police? Is there a need to give them a number like PAAR's? For sure. But figuring out, what can we give to that person that would be helpful, is probably the best thing that we can do. Is that listening, believing, asking how we can help that person, and then certainly providing whatever resources that we can give to them is super helpful to somebody in that moment. You would be surprised sometimes what people will disclose in a moment if they feel safe with somebody. And so we just want to make sure that we can do that with folks, okay? Just making sure, again, that you are looking out for the folks that are here so that everybody can have a good time, and that, you don't have something bad happen that's going to ruin the day for everybody. And I think, just being those safe staff people, and just thinking about, yes, you are one person, but you've got some other folks around, right? So, how do you pull each other in? How do you support each other? And how do you do that to make sure that everybody has a safe time and a fun time, right? Because I think that's the whole purpose, okay? Any questions, any comments? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. All right. So I hope it's a little bit useful and just kind of gives us some things to think about for your event. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.